Captain's log, star date 0924201921.0. Starship Enterprise B's log, NCC 1701B. As you can see, I'm trying to get my bed made up tonight because I want to get ready to put in some westerns. That's one of the things I really want to do is get my westerns going because I frankly am in the mood to watch Lonesome Dove again. So, a couple of big announcements coming up. My awesome family member, Dinky, um, sent me my computer, and I just checked the tracking, so it's like left the next city up for its adventure up here now. Yeah, I like poopy emojis. You can blame Dinky on that one. So, anyways, so she wants me to go live, and so I'm trying to go live, but I'm also trying to make sure the bed is made up tonight so I can relax the night away with no problems. Now, I got um, a couple things to say. One being, I was on the there we go. So, a couple of things to say is okay. So, a couple of things to say to you all was, Dinky's awesome. She sent me my computer. I got to pay the shipping. It's cool. Lawyers representing me. I'm not supposed to say this because it keep word get out, but apparently the current manager, who's a complete ass monkey, who's always bitching about the toilet can't be flushed or this or that can't be done, he turned around and he's leaving. So to me, I'm actually kind of shocked about that news, literally. So I went over today, filled out some paperwork, and my lawyer said there's not going to be any charge unless it goes to court. Well, with everything going down the crapper, we don't know what's going on, but I think it'll all work out, I hope. So, anyways, so I got a couple stories for you all. So the other day, I want to thank my Saint Jose for helping out. He sent me some money, Western Union, as promised, and I needed to go to pick it up. Well, I didn't have money for um, emergency money to pick up funds to, bus fare. So I had to go and do a different option, and that option was um, by the way, I've had this blanket right here for years, by the way. The official blankie Dinky would steal. Look at this. I've had this as a child at 5 years old. It's got doggies on it. My sister had horses, I had doggies. I guess my mom, little golden retrievers too. Or no, Cocker Spaniels. Let's see. Hi, sissy. Oh, sexy. Hey, Dinky. So, for some of you what's going on, I have a couple of things. So, I walked from the ferry terminal going to Safeway, and this nice lady picked me up, took me to Safeway, and I collected the money, then drove us over next door to McDonald's, drove us back, and I gave her some money for her troubles. She was a real nice lady. She was more interested in Moppy's feet than anything else. Hurting, So, So, anyways, tonight's dinner was buffalo ribs, buffalo sauce, and pork ribs. It was really tasty. I mean, I gorged myself. Last few days, Dinky is well aware that I haven't eaten any meals except for popcorn. And yeah, she said today, poor heart. So I had popcorn for the last couple days, cherry soda, and I just vegged out, worried about this whole housing issue. And there we go. My bed's made, and I'm just gonna go put the pillows up. There we go. So, anyways, the apartment is getting clean. The reason for the apartment being clean is uh, trying to get prepared for the new computer core on the Enterprise B. I still got to work with Dinky on travel. The problem with travel right now is prices fluctuate daily. 1 minute it's $70, the next minute it's 130. So as tits sell out, the higher price is going up. So I'm kind of concerned with traveling um, to them because with all the finances and expenditures I got to do, I'm kind of concerned, but I shouldn't be that concerned, but I am. I mean, the money that was given was utilized for uh, a U-Haul storage shed, a truck, and boxes. So literally doing that by the book. The other thing I'm kind of concerned also about is, winter's setting in and um, I still got a few phone calls to make this week. Been meaning to get to Walmart to make phone call. I went to America's Best today, and I think it was today or yesterday. I was browsing glasses. I really want to see. I mean, literally, I do. My advocate, who's working with me, messaged me and wants to take me to lunch, and my other advocate wants to take me to lunch, and my other advocate's cool. So to me, I feel really blessed. So I got the office cleaned up. Most of this area here. Chloe's got to clean the kitchen table. I don't know how the fuck we get the table so damn dirty. I'm getting ready to basically take a garbage can and just throw everything in it and say table clear. Literally. I mean, I don't know how the fuck one person can accumulate or two people can accumulate so much crap on the table. I mean, Dinky's house, her kitchen table's usually spotless. Of course, my bedroom's another story over there, but oh well, I can't complain. What good would it do? I love my family anyways. They're awesome people. So tonight I'm trying um I'm trying um buffalo wings sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's on ribs, which were really good. So I'm gonna try Sweet Baby Ray's and um steak tomorrow. Now, you guys are probably wondering, I know Dinky's probably sitting there going, steak? What do you got? I got rib steaks, I got T-bone steaks, and I got porterhouses. All right, I got shrimp too to go with it, and crab. My freezer is quite filled. I haven't had to complain. I did cut my coffee intake down. I've had 9 cups of coffee in 7.5 weeks. And I know Dinky's going, the Home Alone thing because Rita without a coffee. Well, the problem is, uh, I've been drinking a lot of water, but what the yucky, not a fan of steaks says, oh well, I'm talking about that there's a reason for the steaks, okay? My reason I'm having a steak tomorrow is my computer comes in. Yay me. Fortunately, here's where it gets a little tricky because I know Dinky and I talked about this earlier. that Miss Chloe would love to have a steak too. She's not getting one because she wants to celebrate the opening impeachment of Donald J. Trump. Now, to me, it ain't going to go anywhere. Plain and simple. If it does, well, they better have some pretty damning evidence. So, oh well, to me. So, anyway, so one of the plans was I was supposed to go out tomorrow to town, and I decided because I checked the tracking of my package, it's now going towards Seattle. That what's going to happen is that I'm gonna stay in tomorrow. I might have to run down and grab a can of dip, make sure I'm good until end of the month. Yeah, I made payments to the vet. I'm still short-handed, because I'm trying to penny pinch a little bit there and there. But like my cousin, not Dinky, but like my sister Teddy said, that the Speaker of the House should be doing something more than doing what she's doing. And to me, it's like a sideshow of a sideshow, So, a couple of things I want to share with you is that one of the reasons why I wanted to go also to Walmart is I got to get groceries, a few groceries. I'm pretty well good. My freezer's full of chickens and everything else. I was thinking of making some couple of little Cornish game hens and throwing buffalo wing sauce on that. But buffalo wing sauce, I need to make sure it's not too artery clogging either. I know Dinky's worried about my arteries clogging, and she has a right to, being family. And one of the things is when I make popcorn, I always use one stick. There's 4 sticks to a pound, so about a quarter pound of butter. I know she was like, "Ew, artery clogger." Well, I melt the butter. I like the Tillamook extra creamy salted butter. I know there's a little bit of extra sugars in the dairy anyways, but with me, I'm like, cool. So one of the things is as that idea. So, but I wanted to go ahead and like I said, go ahead and make some like little Cornish game hens or something, But I'm doing steak tomorrow, not because of this whole presidential thingy, Poppy last night on the phone, he clearly stated this was coming down the pipe, and I kept laughing, going, "They're not that stupid to do it." Well, yeah, me and Dinky, we were just joking today, saying, well, it's a bunch of BS. But you know what? Let Chloe be happy. Chloe wants to be happy. Chloe can be happy. Doesn't matter to me. So, the neighbors, on the other hand, they keep fucking pounding on the fucking ceiling. I wish I could find out where the fucking ceiling was and then pound back, but I'm not that fucking rude either, I mean, I know Dinky's like, "Oh yeah, you can be rude at times, like the hospital." Well, that's when I get a little hand for bourbon. Which, by the way, I'd like some bourbon, but Chloe's keeping me away from that. Besides that, it's not been discussed with Jose. He's a sweetheart. I had a guy today who's claims to be in the military for 33 years. And what really irritates the fuck out of me, okay, is for example, is you get these guys, right? Great, I'm gonna have to send Chloe out tonight to give me a pinch of dip. Damn can's almost empty. All right. No, I'm not going out.
I am.
It's too freaking hot in here. I'm gonna have to air condition. Okay, so here's the deal. So so we went ahead. The problem with getting tobacco on the island is they charge $9 a freaking 10, sometimes 7. The other day I went out and I went to have a quick meal, and when I was there, I went into the Chloe went with me, but Chloe didn't eat anything. She wasn't hungry, which is great. Saved me a lot of money. And so we went to this place, this little restaurant that was the only restaurant in town open, Haley's. And all of a sudden, uh, the lady comes out. I said, I'll take a shot of whiskey, just one shot. And it was happy hour at that time. And she brought this glass out filled with the shot. And I had to pour it in my Pepsi just to drink it. I mean, I think she said it was Jim Beam, but I mean, I couldn't swig that. I mean, the little shot glasses I have, then they must be half shots or something, because this thing here was a true shot glass, and it's like, so I don't know. But anyways, so I got fish and chips, and then I went to this little convenience store, and I said, yeah, and Chloe's like, oh, look at this, look at that. And I said, got any dip? And the lady's like, yeah, I got Grizzly and I got Copenhagen. I said, well, what's what? She said, so this or this. Well, I didn't want to basically have Chloe looking at everything, so I said, I'll take a can. Well, the can, I've been answering on my budget properly, so if the counting ever has to come up, the money's not being used foolishly. Jose's money's not being used foolishly. So one of the things was that this money was $10. It was like $10 for a freaking roll, and it's like one of the little convenience stores for the tourists. It's like a tourist trap, it'd be something Dinky would go in and be like, oh yeah, woo, woo, where I'd be going to the back here, down the street, this way, that way, and getting my groceries somewhere else. Just joking. I know Dinky's watching this. I know she's not that much of a. She's beautiful. She don't quit me wrong. She's gorgeous, but I don't think she's really that blonde ditz that would, just choose the most convenient little store. I mean, I've learned my way around, and I try avoiding the tourist traps myself, but. The food, on the other hand, is a different story. A lot of the food out here is expensive. I mean, like, for example, you ask for fish and chips, they give you like little slivers of fish like this big, and they call it fish and chips, where you go to one place, they give you 2 half-pound pieces for like $17. They don't skimp, where the rest of these places, they just give you little, small portions, and small portions aren't bad. I mean, I know, as gorgeous as I am and Dinky is, we'd have to look after our figure, but still, let me put it this way, okay? Between me and Dinky, okay? Dinky's awesome. I'm awesome. She's totally cool. But when it comes to certain items like computers, that beautiful woman's got to have a little compact little thing that throws in her purse. I could use one too. Little Chromebook's fine by me, but I'm not going to the library. I need something that I could sit at home using if I travel, big enough screen. My eyes are shot. Everyone knows that. Now, when it comes to, say, firearms, for example, the basic 1911 or the Commander 4-inch smaller version, or even the 3-inch is fine, Nothing that's real small, not like a Saturn Night and so. Now, me, for example, I was looking the other day at a purse gun, just being funny, concealed carry and all that. A Derringer, 2-shot Derringer, where it can interchange the barrels. And I was like, wow, that would be perfect. You can take a little 410 shotgun shell or 45 long Colt and you're good to go. It's, literally, I was just thinking, and I was talking to Poppy about this the other day, and about politics. I stay out of politics. Dinky and we don't talk about it much because we don't want to get on each other's nerves. We have about a safe boundary being family. But the other day, someone told me on the streets that they could fix guns. If everyone a musket, one shot. And I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, if you really want to. Well, I was pulling up the Constitution I got recently. Chloe's like, oh yeah, this and impeachment. And I actually was listening to the Speaker of the House when I was going through the Constitution. I have the books and the amendment, and I mean, literally, the thing is it's the way I see it is this, okay? These people are sitting there going, "Oh yes, the president is abusing powers." Okay, but it says in Article 2 he's got the powers to do certain things. Does that mean he's going? I mean, be like Dinky being president, being like, "Oh yeah, nuke bomb! I got the power." Boop. Well, she's got the power to nuke, say, uh, a red state or Mexico or something. Well, then that's her powers. The thing is, it gives you that powers. I mean, literally. So to me, you know, every president does things differently. So to me, I'm like, but so one of the things, like I said, I'm worried about is um, this guy. Okay, I'll tell you about this guy. Dinky's like, I can find Dinky in a lot of things. And this guy messages me. He's like, "Are you taken?" And I go, "Well, yeah, somewhat. You can ask because I got a wife who's Filipino, a sweetheart. I miss Annie dearly, love her dearly. I won't give her up. And then I got a guy who's really sweet on me, and he's really nice. He's recovering from surgery. And then I got this guy who's like, "Yes, I'm in Africa. I'm in the U.S. Army." I didn't know Africa. We had army bases in Africa. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I never looked into it, but he's been a widow and a widower and all this crap. And I'm thinking to myself, really? So you're a widower? All of a sudden, you sit there, right? Now I have ways of testing out if a woman's a scammer or not, or a guy. One, his wording was kind of shitty. Two, he wanted me to dive right into marriage. Don't know the guy. Why would I marry a guy I don't know? Besides, I'm already married to Annie. Three, he says he's 53 years old. He spent 33 years in the army. Now, when you get to a certain age, the military's got to get permission from the president. President has to get approval or give approval after a certain age. So, 33 years in the army. I asked him several times today, "Are you an NCO?" What's an NCO? An NCO means non-commissioned officer. Then he tells me he's with this department. Well, the department's pretty much the same. My cousin's on EOD. He should know what EOD is. I mean, nothing stacks up. So I'm like, whoa. And then he keeps asking me, "Oh, you used to be this way. Do you have a pussy? Do you have a pussy as you?" I mean, look, at least when me and my cousin Dinky, since we love each other and we have respectable boundaries, at least when we have our little cutesy perverted side, we all have our little perverted side from time to jokingly aside. We basically don't sit there and talk about pussy. We don't use that word. These guys these days are like, "Oh, you got a pussy now? Tell me about your pussy. Can I put my dick in you?" And it's like, what happened to being a normal guy, normal girl, sorry, not guy, or a normal guy, and you're being polite? Literally. I mean, it just bothers me to no end. Literally, it does not do me any good. It makes me unhappy hearing people talk about pussies and dicks. And now when it comes to Dinky and our interpersonal jokes about certain things, that's between me and her. But publicly, I get disgusted when these guys sit there and say, does your pussy have long enough to hold 12-inch dong dong?" No, I don't want a 12-inch long dong, sir. It would hurt. I mean, all these people, and I mean, in my opinion, and then the guy wants me to live in this big house and all this. It's like, I don't know you. Literally, I don't know you. "Oh, I'll send you money." I don't need your money. Thing is, I don't trust you. I mean, honestly, I don't trust, Now, my wife, I miss her dearly. Literally, I miss Annie. And Annie, I truly miss her, but she'll come around eventually, I hope, you know. And so, but anyway, so one of the things that I want to talk about, tonight also is this trip, coming up. Now, there's a couple of reasons I'm kind of concerned with the taking this trip, because I told the lawyer I'm doing it, is the expenses to get down there. I mean, my case manager and I talked today, we sat down and showed me, the manager's literally leaving. And I'm like, I called that out 2 months ago. And she says, you did. And so to me, I even told this on Saturday when we're coming home on the ferry, eating McDonald's. I told Chloe he ain't gonna last long. Go back to being the maintenance man, but not freaking, can't manage 5 buildings, you know. And so, one of the things I was telling my case manager is I said, look, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm worried about housing. She said, look, I don't think they're gonna kick you out. And she was praising Chloe for getting treatment. Now, that's really cool. Chloe's getting treatment. I went round and round as some people didn't hear the story, so I guess I'll reiterate it. So we went in there, and it's basically this freaking cunt who's doing the intake didn't want to hear my opinion on anything. So when Chloe went to have a break, I went round and round. I finally told the lady, look, do you have hospital records? I do. They basically trump yours. So Social Security was looking for one thing, it'd be those records for borderline. Then she tried to tell me that the billing cycle for insurances don't cover borderline. It covers bipolar, so they want to medicate her. But she ain't bipolar. I am. And, so one of the things I'm really happy about tonight is, Dinky, I'm paying the shipping anyways to her on PayPal on the second. I always keep my promises, and she knows this. And, my problem is I need to make sure that there's plenty of money when I get the new computer that I can sit down and do the budget. Doing it here, it hurts my back, literally. I can't focus in my chair, and it hurts me. So I use this for mostly movies and so forth. And, and so one of the things, I wanted to share is that I'm looking forward to, getting it set up and everything, and then I got to go talk to the computer guy to make sure the other one, my backup, is repaired, make sure it's not the motherboard that fried, because if it's the motherboard that fried, then I'm going to have to work with Dinky again to get a secondary backup of the same one I got. I always go with 2s. That's something stupid, but it's that or a new TV, and I think this TV will last a little longer, so to me, it is fine. And if I get glasses, I can utilize this TV a little longer, and then, etc. Now, let me tell you the other things that you guys probably don't know. Now, with the money I got from Jose, one of the things I was going to utilize was picking up more panties and socks. Literally, I just realized, and I never talked to Dinky about this because, sometimes, I'll talk about it on YouTube because, I don't want to bring up certain things to her because, she's awesome, okay? But I just don't want to bring up certain problems, I'm trying to avoid talking about certain problems with her because, it sounds like drama, So one of the things I was concerned about is payday's coming up, Dinky knows I go on a calendar and I cross out X's and stuff and wait for the next payday and stuff. And problem I have with payday is that I gotta recalibrate. I was telling this to the lady at the doing the intake when Chloe was having a break. I said, because Chloe has no income and it's not really my job to take care of Chloe. She agreed. I mean, she even put down that Chloe needs a payee for her food stamps because Chloe's like, oh, we struggle all the time. And then when the lady asked me privately, Well, how does Chloe manage when she runs out of food? I said, well, she eats mine. I go hungry, you know. And so that when that happened, with her caffeine overdose and ER visits and stuff, and anxiety, panic attacks, and so forth, I decided, to slow down on the coffee. That and the fact that it was expensive, and every time I told Chloe to replace the coffee, it never got done. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get to give up coffee for a while, and if I get a cup here and a cup there, it's fine. And I found at the ferry terminal Anacortes, they got this vending machine that makes pretty damn good coffee. Vanilla mocha, I'm real good. $1.75 for a 16-ounce cup.. I can't complain. I put in a little extra coffee mate. They have these flavored coffee creamers. I just use those and some half and half. But again, I know Dinky's worries about my health, and it's like, slow down on the half and half. When I was with Aaron, I would buy half and half between a half gallon and a gallon, and I drink the damn thing straight. And you know how many calories that is. So now, with my pants and stuff, my pants are falling down because I need a belt. So one of the things I was looking forward to doing in Portland was to get some more socks, more underwear. But, thing is I was telling the lady, I got to reposition the budget, because even if I took $20 out for quarters a month, that only does me Chloe's laundry once a month. And frankly, I'm getting to the point where I'm tired of wearing this and swapping this out for the other one, because these things reek. So I'm looking to do laundry twice a month. So that's like $40 in quarters, not including washing Ebony's bedding and there's little towels too. And I found towels, so I don't need to buy towels. But it's kind of expensive. So to me, it's hit and miss learning curve. And so and I was just joking to Dinky, that I need some more toilet paper. We got to go get toilet paper tomorrow. That means after tomorrow, it'll be 27 days that we made one whole large roll ass for two of us. That's not bad. So if Dinky's watching this, go ahead, pick up your travel pack, a three pack, or if you don't want to pick it up, you can always send me 3 more. I can use them and trying to get 30 days, because we're close. The experiment, I think, was a success. The first time was 9 days. I had bloody ass, and the second time was 12 days, and the third one is 27 days. So the toilet paper is almost empty. So, and if we run out of toilet paper, we're gonna have to use a few paper towels until I go to the store, which means I can get paper towels tomorrow, and I gotta get more toilet paper, which means tomorrow I check the ads here on the island, which I don't like doing because it's quite expensive. And another thing I need to do is find the TV remote so I can actually buy some batteries, because I keep opening the case, flipping the batteries just to get enough juice to turn the volume up and down, because the neighbors bitch about the TV volume. So back to my concern. So besides trying to get my backup computer up and running, and the vet bill, and traveling to Dinky, my only other concern is, I got to get a new cooler, because our cooler, we have a cloth cooler, it's watertight, but the zipper broke. So it won't keep everything cold anymore. And so I got to go and get a cooler. And then on top of that, Dinky knows I need to get a little cart from Moppy that can hold groceries and dual purpose. And for him when he doesn't want to walk, which, by the way, I didn't want to say this to Dinky earlier, but when I was taking a bath, Chloe found out Moppy threw up, and he was sick this morning. He had a little diarrhea. So we had to clean that up. So, and etc. So what else can I say? So yeah, everything is going good, give or take. Like I said, I'm trying to save as much money as possible, because I do need to travel, but it fluctuates. And I know with family, we're all hurting. I know Dinky, I really want to check out that badass truck she's got. I'm really excited on that. I did talk to my case manager. It said as long as I find the card, I can go down and ask for 2 new parking placards because I have handicap placards that got boosted. And we've checked 80% of this house, can't find it, can't find a few other things, but I don't think Chloe basically stole my placards. I just think I left it in Iggy by mistake. That's Dinky's Camaro, or her Jeep, or they just went missing. I can't find them. So I know when the neighbor supposedly boosted one of mine, is what I understand, in Moses Lake. So the other thing is, like I said, is the I got to sit down and work out my budget. And Dinky knows this before I go and say yes, I'm coming, because my problem is finances are going to be tight because you know Christmas is coming too, and I got to get layaway started as well. And Dinky knows that I like to rely on layaway, and I've already went a month without it. And that's one thing I was going to check out when I got Walmart picking up that cooler was, check out shopping carts, those little carts, for groceries. They got these nice wide ones, tall, for like $30. And I wanted to pick up a few items, and I love Dinky dearly, and I'm happy that she's concerned with my health, because it's possible to hear saying I have severe heart disease, and I'm afraid of heart disease, yet I'm addicted to Tillamook butter, and then I try to cut out my food intake, but I'm trying to stay away from ramen because that's not good for your stomach. And so, this month I've stocked up on little chickens and ribs and steaks and other things, but Chloe's got ramen, and I'm just like, wow, and I don't eat many bags of potato chips anymore because, I'm worried about the grease intake and the salt intake, and, and then, this lady turned around and said, oh, well, if you go and buy like 30 bags of salad and rotate them out and change salad dressings out, you can live on salad. And my answer was, do I look like a fucking bunny? No, my bunny's in there. My bunny likes what he likes, I mean, the other day, Chloe wanted me to pick up bananas for her, low potassium. I said, fine. So the second banana she's eating, I said, give me a piece. She says, oh, okay. I said, here, gave it to Ebony, and Ebony liked the banana. I mean, it's like these little treats, when strawberries aren't in season, or raspberries, or whatever. I find a little fruit piece like banana and give them one. So, anywho, what else can I say? But that's something I'm concerned about, is I got to budget properly, and there's goals I need to get done, and I'm sitting on these goals. One of the things, I wanted to get into is photography again, but the problem is what would I use more, and the computer came up number one because I can play games on it. I can utilize it for spreadsheets, and I can do other things. And lately, with the housing issue, I've been mostly focusing on Westerns, watching Lonesome Dove. See, what I do is I go and I watch Dead Man's Walk, Comanche Moon, Lonesome Dove, and then Streets of Laredo in that area order. That's the way the book order is. But the thing is, the first book was Lonesome Dove, then Streets of Laredo, then he brought out 2 prequels, and the books I want to sit down and read, so I'm looking to get those too, as goals. And I don't want to sound selfish or greedy, and say, oh, I can't travel, I just got a budget. But I also wanted, to, get into other hobbies, like instead of drinking bourbon, read. I mean, I do like to read, and, it's something I really truly enjoy, is reading, so yeah, anyways, there you have that. Reading is good. I want to get the Louis L'Amour's Sackett series. They have a hardbound edition on eBay. It's like $200, but that's 18 books. I can sit down and read one at a time, and winter time would be done, no problem. So but my goals I want to get done, and one of the ways to get done is to get start getting things moving along. So I want to go. So today I hurt my back trying to do 2 spreadsheets. I got one to work on tomorrow. That should take me probably 10 minutes. But yeah, I mean, literally, I'm just concerned, Like my case manager said, don't leave because two reasons. She said one was it's just too expensive. She says you're paying between 70 and $150 up to round trip to go to Portland just to go see a heart doctor, which I can put off till January. And the glasses, well, she knows I need glasses, but these people are dicking us around so much on the glasses department that I want to get glasses. But she said that's, another $70 out your pocket there. So when you get done, you've taken a big chunk of travel money just to go down there. And she said, you got to get groceries and because Chloe's with me, you got to make sure, you get your dip and get your supplies, and I mean, literally, she's just like, look, she's like, you got ferry tickets, which I picked them up yesterday. So she was like, you need to be careful with your finances because, um, you know, but no one knows, what's going to happen. I mean, I'm entitled to an informal hearing with the management company, and yet, right now they know I have a lawyer, and he's doing all the pulling and stuff. He's pulling the strings, so to me, it's all in his court. His name is Brendan, so he's a real nice guy. So, um, you know, and so it's Christmas coming and travel and everything else. Now I got to go to Wenatchee in November. That's another thing I'm worried about. I got to take the train to Wenatchee, and I got to get hotel fare too, which is first of the month in November. I got to cover the hotel fare, and that's not cheap, and just to make sure everything is solid, I got to do that, and then I got to get a cab there, and then I got to go back to the hotel and make sure I get a cab from the hotel to the back to the train station and go home. And it's just a real pain in the ass, trying to coordinate everything with limited funds, and I understand where the family's coming from. I mean, literally, I know the family doesn't want me kicking the bucket from over too much butter. I mean, I know this lady was really giving me some advice on buying salad by the bags. Like, go off island, get like 10 bags of salad or 5 bags or whatever, and eat them and put them in Ziploc bags and individually eat them and just make salads, But to me, salads just is salads, and with payday being 8 days away, well, I thought about just stretching out my meals and making some more chicken soup. That'll feed me for 2 or 3 nights by itself, throw in the crock pot, and so forth and so on. So to me, I'm not worried about food so much. I mean, I did share a couple ribs with Chloe tonight because, it was a big rack like this. And I mean, I enjoyed it. Chloe's just like, man, this is good, and she never tried Sweet Baby Ray's. And so I was like, take a few, because, even Dinky knows I'm not selfish. And so to me, I thought, there's plenty of ribs. And two is, she can't just keep living on these ramen bowls like this. I mean, literally, that's not a meal. Literally, to me, I'm just like, how can someone eat that, all the time? I mean, I got chickens in my freezer full, and, etc., And so to me, it's more of a, what do you do type thing, So I'm trying to penny pinch, like I said, to cover, the vet, the everything else, and my electricity will be down $60 because I didn't have to make a double payment because, I was shorthanded the 1 month because, I was trying to get everything covered and everything else and panicking and so, my lawyer's like, don't buy a truck yet and don't do this, but hoard this and hoard that. And, I'm trying to do everything I can, but at the same time, I've been watching movies, playing video games, and it's just been a real hassle, So to me, the whole joke, in the beginning, about my room being cluttered, it was a joke between me and Dinky because she's using it as a second craft room, And the other thing is I'm commissioning Dinky to make some Star Trek uniforms for me, and so I got to budget that properly and everything else. I mean, literally, I want to see Dinky. My hair is going gray, and But like I said in my videos, I don't like traveling either. And one of the things I joked with Dinky was um, the whole thing about going to her work, toting a suitcase. And to me, I don't mind toting a suitcase, but I don't want to tote my laundry with me because, I mean, literally, I end up literally once a month, if I can't get off island, going to the pharmacy here in town and buying a 6-pack of panties that cost me $15, where I can get 2 6-packs of panties at Walmart for the same price. So, I wanted to get out there, but another reason I wanted to get out there, and I know Dinky is, looks after me, and I appreciate everything she does. When it comes to wings, she knows I love wings. Unfortunately, I got to look after the problem is chicken's high in cholesterol, heart disease, and I don't know what the cholesterol level or the fat content level is of the buffalo wing sauce. So, you got to cut that out a bit too. So I'm trying to cut things out that is yummy and tasty, and going for other healthier choices of foods. So, and here goes this army guy yet again messaging me on Google Hangouts, going, "Hello, blah blah blah," and usual crap. So technically, I mean, literally, that's how it is. But thing is, I told the guy I was out. Man, I don't like someone asking me, "Oh, marry me," and "Oh, where are you at?" I told this guy I'm going out to my case manager because I got to get documents printed, faxed, and sent back for representation. That's more important, keeping my home, instead of him telling me just pack up, move to North Carolina, which I don't know the guy. I don't trust him. He could be a freaking womanizer, a beater, or he wants to murder me. I mean, literally, if I'm going to remarry, which hopefully I don't, because I have Annie, that my family would, that they get first dibs, say no, yes, but my point is, you know, I mean, to me, it's the way it is. So you know how it is. So um, eventually, we'll see. But the thing is guys like, oh, I'll send you money and stuff. I don't need your money, okay? Frankly, I don't. I could use money, but I'm not going to go do something to woo someone just to have money. I mean, literally, I'm not these transgendered women who basically think that men want to worship them and they're entitled. Like, I know transgendered women, okay, that sit there and they would look at my cousin Corey, thinking Corey's a dish, which he is. He's Tara's dish, and would turn around and literally go ahead and literally think like, oh well, I'm more entitled to your man because I'm a real woman. You're not a fucking real woman. You had an inverted penis. And frankly, you're not entitled to have a guy take care of you. There's a lot of these guys out there becoming women because they're tired of being fucking screwed over, taking care of a woman. A woman might be unfaithful or whatever. I'm about to turn in for anything. Have a blessed night. Oh, yeah. God bless you too, sis. I know you're not really religious, but, I got to get going too because I got to go send Chloe to go get me a can of dip. Well, my can's empty. So, but, like I said, Corey, my cousin Corey, who's awesome, he's got an awesome woman. And, these trans women think that they know how to please a man better. No, it's because they used to be a man and they want to basically say that they're better off than someone who's a genetic girl. I love you too, sis. I really do, and thank you.
Oh, I do not like trans.
Nor do I. I don't like him either. I try to distance myself. Dinky knows this personally for me. Knowing her, I try to distance myself from the transgender community.
What sucks is when you have a dad who's doing that. He's transgender.
Yeah, Yeah, having a dad changing sex is the same damn
Having a
thing. So.
dad being a total tranny.
Anyways, everyone, so like I said, my cousin went to sleep. I'm gonna get off and send Chloe to get me a can of dip. So I will update this video soon. I'll let you know how it goes with the lawyer. I'll let you know with everything going on. It's almost movie time. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit that like, subscribe button. It's wholesome fun, even for the family, including your dogs and cats. Annie's watching this. I love you too. Hit that bell notification. It's content every day that I update. Subscribe. It's wholesome fun, like I said, for your service dogs and your bunnies. Thanks for watching. Captain's Log out. NCC 1701B. This transmission ends now. USS Enterprise B out.